Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. For those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're actually going to be talking about how to build business credit with American Express business credit cards. Not only with American Express business credit cards, but other American Express accounts, right? Now, here's the thing about it. A lot of people, they want to join this bank and they want to join that bank and they're trying to raise business credit funding and stuff. And the truth of the matter is, if you are able to get into the American Express game, then it's a wrap because you're able to raise a lot of money with American Express. And so we're going to dive into that. Now, here's the thing about it. I tell anybody, if you're trying to build up business credit and understanding that business credit and business funding are two different things, all right? Because over the years, as long as I've been in this industry, I've seen a lot of people, they have all these kinds of net 30s and everything, right? And they're yet to get a business credit card, all right? Now, here's the thing about it. With a lot of tier systems, again, it can take anywhere from 9 months, almost 2 years to get your first business credit card, right? If it's not a fintech company, I should say. But one of the key things that a lot of people miss when trying to build business credit, I always tell you to start with the right financial institutions. And that right financial institution is a financial institution that's going to help you build up your business credit file. And since we're talking about American Express, we know that American Express, they report to Small Business Financial Exchange. And then Small Business Financial Exchange shares that information with Dun Bradstreet. Now, we're going to talk about each of these, but not right now. We're just focusing on American Express. So if you're trying to build a relationship with American Express, then best believe you better have certain things in place in order to get qualified for funding. And here's another fallacy that's been that, oh, you have to have perfect credit to get into American Express. That's not true, okay? So we're going to talk about that as well. Now, let's understand. With American Express, okay, talking about their scoring and what you have to have. With American Express, they're going to pull your FICO 8. All right, now understanding that they give you a Vantage 3 TransUnion credit score. So anybody, you don't even have to have an American Express credit card if you just want to know your Vantage score, TransUnion score, because there are some companies out there, and other videos I mentioned that. But in terms of when you're trying to build a relationship with American Express, they're looking at your Experian FICO 8 score, okay? And so the average score to get a card with American Express is about a 660. Now, here's the thing about it, and I just made a video about the easiest credit cards with American Express, in which we'll also mention those in this here video so that you can understand. But the average credit score is about a 660, right? So again, you don't have to have that 700 perfect credit score. Again, it's all about the relationship. A lot of financial institutions, again, they're going to start getting away from the credit score thing, the credit score model, and they're going to start looking at the relationship. What type of relationship you have with them. All right, so that's going to be very important. Now, here's the thing of requirements, all right? Open accounts. When you're talking about relationships with American Express, it's about how many accounts you have open. A bigger factor is your income, especially a debt-to-income ratio. What is your rent mortgage payment? Okay, what's the percentage on that? I usually tell people when you're trying to apply for credit cards, whether it's American Express or any other credit card, the average percentage is about 20% that you want to stay around, okay? Now, in reference to income, let's back up for a minute, because I tell you, when it comes to income, I always tell you when dealing with American Express, get them on the phone, okay? Then you can explain your income. So if you're working a job, if your spouse has income, if you all have a 401k, if you have retirement annuities, anything like that, so that they can have a better understanding of your financial situation. So the higher that income number is, the more likely you're going to be able to get more access to more funding from American Express. Now, in terms of inquiries, again, danger zone if you have over 8 inquiries, hard inquiries on your Experian file. But again, if you have between 6 to 8 inquiries, then I would definitely tell you, make sure before you put in that application, get somebody on the phone, let them walk you through the application, so that way when they're helping you apply for this, if something doesn't go through, they can call the underwriter to see if they can at least get you with a starter card with American Express. And the reason is, you want to start with a personal card, because once you have that first personal card, okay, and you start to apply for business credit cards, because we're talking about business credit here, then you won't get that hard inquiry, because it's all about internal data, right? Now, utilization is also a big factor. So making sure that when you apply with American Express, if you could possibly, if not 30%, all the way under 10% will give you the best leverage, okay? Now, here's the thing about it. I would tell people, and again, I'm not a fan of net 30s, but I would definitely tell you to use them to your advantage, okay? And so some of the net 30s you probably want to use to your advantage is like creative analytics. You also have Quill. Now, understand that Quill only reports to Dun Bradstreet, but one of the biggest factors, again, is working with American Express. It's all about the accounts, okay? So not saying that Dun Bradstreet nor Quill is associated with American Express, but understanding that Small Business Financial Exchange, which American Express reports all its business activity to, and Dun Bradstreet picks that information up, all right? Now, you have Wise Business Plan, which reports to Equifax, Experian, Dun Bradstreet, and Credit Safe. But here's the point I'm making about these net 30s in order to help you. You don't need a whole lot of them. I would say the maximum amount is between 4 to 5 net 30s. That's it. You don't need a whole lot of net 30s. You don't have to worry about a DUNS number. Okay, you don't have to worry about a paydex score. These are things that are irrelevant when trying to build business credit and you're building a relationship with American Express. They don't care about what's your DUNS number. They don't care about what's your paydex score. This is so important for a lot of people to understand. Now, here's the key. Here's a key that you can really understand. If I'm new to American Express and I'm trying to build up my business credit, what I want to do, I want to open up a business checking account with American Express, okay? And now here's some of the data points. There's no hard pull on your credit. You can open up the account with no deposit, okay? It does unlimited fee-free transaction, no monthly fees, minimum balance requirements, or minimum open deposit. Repetitive on that one. But the point I'm making is, and like the checking accounts, like wherever green dot ATMs are at or whatever, that's where you can put money into your checking account or do it online or whatever. But the main thing about it is, if I'm building a relationship with American Express, I would probably backdoor it if I'm not for sure I'm going to be accepted for a higher limit credit card with American Express, because people with a 614 have been getting American Express, but they only been getting like $2,000, right, on the personal side. Right? Now, think about it. What you have to understand. I would open up an American Express business checking account. I would open up an American Express. Now they have personal checking accounts as well. Okay? Again, is about data mining. You may consider also opening up American Express savings account. The reason is, the more accounts you have in their system, the higher the opportunity for you to get higher limit credit cards and more approval. Now, I did a video talking about the 14 credit cards you can get with American Express. For those of you that want to actually see that video, put a comment below. Can I see the American Express video with the 14? As a matter of fact, I'll put the link in the description so you can actually see that video. But here's the thing about it. You don't need 14 credit cards from American Express. Actually, if you're trying to raise a lot of capital from American Express, I would suggest, to be safe, the maximum I would probably do is 4. You know, you hear a lot of people got all these American Express, but most of them are charge cards. So you have to be very careful. And again, the video in the description will explain to you why you should just only keep it to a minimum when it comes to American Express. But in terms of relationship, to make sure you get the maximum amount of funding from American Express, again, I would open up a personal checking account, a personal savings account, and a personal business checking account, okay? And I'll tell you another secret, which I talked about in the video. One of the key secrets, if you're trying to not get audited by American Express, you need to connect your other checking accounts, your external checking accounts with American Express. The reason is because, say that you're doing a lot of crazy activity once you get approved for credit cards and stuff like that. It may trigger a financial evaluation or whatever. However, when you actually have your bank accounts actually connected to them, now they're able to just look into your accounts to see what type of activity is going on. All right, so with your permission, of course. But that's what I'm saying. When you link up your bank accounts, you're giving them permission to take a look to see what's going on or whatever if they decide to do a financial review. So the key is to keep them from doing a financial review on you is to connect your personal checking accounts. If you have other business accounts with external financial institutions, connect those as well. Okay? Now, here's the easiest business credit cards that I would start with American Express. Okay? These would be the easiest. The American Express, Blue Cash Card, the American Express Business Plus, the American Express Delta Gold. Okay? Those would be my top 3. And I would make sure that at least these are credit card, not charge cards, okay? That's what you want. You want the credit card version, not the charge card version, right? Because you want to be able to carry a revolving balance. Now, on the charge card version of the credit cards, they are set up to where you can decide, hey, I'm going to spend $5,000 this month. And then you can say that you're going to spend $5,000. So whatever you spent out of that $5,000, it'll be broken down into monthly payments, right? But at the same time, you want to be able to get the easiest business credit cards. And so the American Express Business Blue Cash, the American Express Business Plus, and the American Express Go Delta, those would be my top 3 American Express cards that I would go after first, okay? Now, here's the different situation, because I told you that American Express, to get qualified for their cards, is average about $660, right? Well, if you have your business already set up, you're making your deposits and everything, even if it's on an external account, you can possibly get the American Express Cabbage Loan, okay? And so it's no hard pull on the credit score as well. Sorry, guys, my rabbit, she's learned how to jump out of a cage. So I have to make sure that she's okay. But nonetheless, with the American Express Cabbage Loan, there's no hard pull. Minimum credit score is a 640. Time in business at least a year. Minimum annual revenue is $50,000. So that's what, about $3,500, about $4,200 or something like that. Again, math ain't on point, but that being said, yeah, I think it's about $4,250 or something like that. But nonetheless, maybe over some numbers or whatever. But nonetheless, that your minimum annual revenue is $50,000, which is about $4,200. So that's not bad. Now, here's the thing that I would definitely tell you: they loan up to $150,000. Okay, so again, if you have external business bank account, this is another reason you want to link it up with your American Express business checking account and pay if you're paying your business credit cards or something like that, because you're able to get more funding. Okay, now they do also have the point of sale loans as well, but I would think this cabbage loan would probably be the easiest ones. Now again, talking about the difference between business credit and business funding. No Dun Bradstreet, no paydex score. Just getting your credit score up to about 660 so you can get your first credit card. Then you can apply for other credit cards. But what makes it even easier, you start to get access to more of American Express funding without the hard pull on your credit. Okay? And so, like I said, $50,000, you look at it as, wow, that's a big number, but actually it's only $4,200 a month or something like that. So it's not a whole lot of money that you need to make in order to get access to this loan, right? So this is how you start to be able to get business credit funding. And then plus, adding to that, again, all your activity continues to report to the Business Credit Bureau, Small Business Financial Exchange, and then that information is distributed out about your business. So again, for those of you that's new to the business credit world and you have at least a 660 credit score, or you may already have an American Express credit card, I would definitely open up a business checking account with American Express. If you could, a business saving as well as a personal. Again, because now you can leverage their internal scoring to be able to get access to more funding. Okay? So for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to subscribe. If you have any question about personal credit, business credit funding, or you're trying to remove some type of negative items off of your credit, then click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.